Fellas, AC here. Welcome to another review. Now, today I'm going to talk about a cheapie, a fragrance that costs very little and does a lot. And it is a Rasasi. Rasasi is a house I really enjoy. So, this fragrance is called Daarej by Rasasi. Daarej is basically a purple colored juice, and Rasasi have produced quite a few purple colored juices. One of them is this, Rasasi's Homme, which I have reviewed. One of my favorite fragrances, all-weather, Swiss army knife kind of a fragrance. You throw anything at Homme, any season, it'll work. And it's obviously for a good reason one of the most popular fragrances out there. Homme, fantastic. So Daarej is another one of those fragrances which people rate very highly. Some people call it basically a niche quality fragrance in a dirt cheap bottle. So what do I think? Now I've had this fragrance in my collection since 2018. I've used it quite a lot, as you can see, but I got bored of it and I put it in the box, because when I put fragrances in cold storage, that means they're going to be in the storage area. I put them in their original boxes and just let them lie there. And suddenly, it's gone a little bit cold at the moment. And suddenly I thought about Daarej last week, I think, or 2 weeks ago. And I brought it out. Because why? Because this fragrance has a quality which I'll tell you about in a few minutes. But first, let me take you through another fragrance which I have put in cold storage. And it's a Rasasi. And it's this. It's called Rasasi Pour Louis. And it's the Leopard. And this fragrance I've reviewed as well. And it's one of the most coziest and beautiful fragrances in my collection. But I put it in cold storage because I don't use it anymore. I'm getting bored of it. I was. Then I sprayed it again. And I was overjoyed that, I brought it out of cold storage. This smells like a niche fragrance. It's a cross, I think, in my opinion, between Black Afghano and Pardon, and it's got that chocolatey patchouli and smokiness and comforting aroma of oud and sandalwood and musk. It's a very, very comforting, very, very cozy kind of a fragrance, and because it's so cold, this wraps around you and you feel as if you've got a very nice little warm coat of smell around you. It's a fabulous fragrance. So when I was wearing this, I thought about Daarej, and I brought out Daarej as well, and I sprayed it. It was very cold, about 2 degrees one day, and I sprayed this, and I was immensely impressed by the quality of this scent. And what I was doing wrong initially was I was wearing this in autumn because it's a spicy smell, and when I wore it during that cold night, I was transported into a different world, into a different possibility of this fragrance. And that's why people harp on and on and on about this fragrance being niche quality. So that was a background I wanted to give you. So let's do a review. Might add a little bit of time to this review, but I think that will help you. Now, when you first spray this fragrance, and one spray is more than enough, it's a proper powerhouse. Many things hit your senses. One thing is for sure, it's a very sour vanilla. And along with the sour vanilla, you get a lot of greenness, wormwood, and a lot of spiciness, cumin. A lot of elegance, coriander, and beautiful creamy floralness that is orris root butter and rose. And some hint of musk and oud combination, but I don't get the oud much later on. But that musk and oud combination is giving it this masculine quality with wormwood, the freshness, and cumin also brings in the freshness, and coriander. And less coriander, more cardamom. Superb, very, very sexy. And vanilla. That's why people just rave on and on and on about this fragrance. This fragrance really surprises people if you wear it in the right season. Fragrance in the middle stages is the reason I got bored of it. The vanilla takes center stage, And the vanilla is very thin. This is a thin fragrance. In spite of all the notes being thick, it's a very juicy kind of a thin fragrance, just like Havas. Havas is a thin fragrance. So this is very juicy, fruity smell. There's a green apple note here. So Daarej is a thin fragrance, and that thinness in the middle stages bothers me because it turns a little bit feminine on me. Used to. And that vanilla is very plasticky vanilla, very almost smell of plastic mixed with cheap vanilla, and the spices and musk and patchouli is what I get in the middle stages. The dry down here is about 9 or 10 hours old, and this is the dry down which I absolutely adore. All the notes I mentioned, all the spices, along with the orris root butter and the patchouli and the rose and patchouli, vanilla and cardamom. Those are the 4 notes which form the core of the DNA of the dry down, along with musk, clean musk. The fragrance smells absolutely charismatic when it dries down. And it's a very enjoyable and very sexy fragrance. It really smells very sexy. So, upsides and downsides. Obviously, number one upside is the immense value for money. When I got this, I got it for £19. Nowadays, it sells anywhere between 25 and 35. Immense value for money. You have tremendous potential from this fragrance. This fragrance is based on Valentino V. Now, I have not smelled Valentino V, but I can smell this fragrance and tell you that when ladies smell this on you, especially if you're a specific age group between 19 and 29, 30, that 20 to 30 age group, when you are looking for compliments, and the women you're seeing probably are in the same age group, they will definitely give you a very favorable remark. The compliment factor in this fragrance is massive. The third thing is the versatility. This fragrance works in every season I've tried. Summer evenings, spring evenings, autumn evenings, winter, cold nights, terrific. It smells absolutely amazing. The versatility. You can wear this to work, although this is an evening scent, you can wear this to work in cold season and smell absolutely amazing. Hidden charm, the charm that comes out in specific situations. That's what the fragrance comes across as. It has this hidden charm about it. Downside, fairly linear fragrance. All through every season, you might get a little bored, like I did. Number 2, variability could be a limitation because, as I said, this smells more like an evening scent, but you can wear this to work because of those masculine notes I mentioned. I would say those are the 2 limitations. It doesn't smell synthetic. That's probably an upside. Doesn't smell cheap. The fragrance is very affordable and it smells absolutely beautifully well made, but it does not smell cheap because of its price point. Value for money I've covered, seasons I've covered, compliment factor is fantastic. Now let's talk about performance. Absolutely beast mode fragrance. You put 5 sprays of this, you fill up a room. It projects like a beast. It's happened to me today. I just went to the supermarket. I use these self-checkout tills where there's a lady who helps you out if you get stuck. I got stuck with one of the items. She came over, she helped me, and she smelled my fragrance. I only had 2 sprays on my jacket. She smelled my fragrance and she had this beautiful smile on her face of approval. She really liked the smell. And this is what you will get from this fragrance. It projects a lot, people can smell it, and it smells much more expensive than your favorite vanilla-based fragrance, vanilla spices. It punches way above its weight. Longevity, I would say next day. There's been many situations where I've sprayed one or 2 sprays on my skin, went to bed, woke up next day, had a shower, and I could still smell it after about 25, 26 hours, maybe 30 hours. It's a tremendous longevity fragrance. It has a fantastic trail. It projects a lot. Fabulous sillage. Everything right about this fragrance if you want others to smell this on you. Age groups, 20 to 30 is the best one. Although if you like vanilla fragrances, if you like compliments, if you like being noticed by many people, this fragrance can be worn by anybody, any age group, any social occasions. Let's talk about social occasions. When you're surrounded by people, you know, your family, your friends, when you're going on a date, when you're going on clubbing, is the best scenario. You can also wear this to work as well, and don't wear this to interviews, because sometimes that cumin on some people's skin can really break out and cause issues, body odor like smell. So don't wear this to interviews or meetings where you know that you could be misunderstood. But if you're with your friends, known company, this will work beautifully. Date, evening, festivities, festivals, weddings, and clubbing, perfect, because it will just fly off your skin and people will smell you. So, marks out of 10. Amazing smell, amazing value for money, huge compliment factor, and smells terrific. Absolutely amazing in every weather. So, that's a 10. 9 out of 10. You'll not get many fragrances that can do so much as Daarej. And if you know what this means in Arabic, please do let me know. I'd love to know. So, hope you enjoyed the review, fellas. Take care. Bye-bye.